What up, dudes? Metal Uploads 666, back at it again. Vlog 4. Notice, I am not in my truck. Because again, I have the tripod, the tentacle tripod. Looks like the Geth from Mass Effect. What are we listening to today? Album of the day! What's the album of the day? It's the almighty fucking NUNSLAUGHTER, that's what it is. Check it out, it's the GOAT album, but I got this alternative cover. Look at that. That's a work of art right there. It came with a sick-ass poster. Check this shit out. Let's crank this up and admire this poster, man. Look at that. Look at all that detail on the fur and the teeth and the slobber. The world's greatest logo right there. NUNSLAUGHTER is such a cool band. That's why they have an album called Go, because they're the Go. It makes perfect sense. The stars align. That's right. We could talk about a little bit about NUNSLAUGHTER. I saw them, the first time I saw them was in 2011. I've unfortunately only seen them 3 times. That first time I had never heard of them before. It was at Central Illinois Metal Fest. Exhumed was there. Internal Bleeding was there. Cephalic Carnage was there. I was into all those bands, but I had never heard NUNSLAUGHTER before. And bam, I was blown away. I could not, the mix of 80s death metal and the more the German thrash like Sodom, and but also old ass hardcore punk when it was good in the 80s and stuff, all mixed in together. And that's what I really like NUNSLAUGHTER. It's a mix of hardcore punk, death metal, and thrash metal, perfectly blended. Sacrificial zombie. Well, yeah, if you have it, look at these badasses. That's what a cool metal band looks like. But this is where I kind of like to hang out and just I just fuck around on my computer. I don't really do much. I said I don't really like much. Let's see, I'll give you just a small tour. Now, when I said this shit was going to be unedited and raw, I fucking meant it. This place ain't as clean as I would like it to be now, but it's acceptable. Check out, so I got rid of almost all of my action figures, but I kept the stuff that I got autographed. So I got that Cactus Jack ECW signature. When Mick Foley came to the Quad Cities, I had him sign that. Whereas at the same time, I've got him signing an old WWF when he was the commissioner signature. Got one from him when he was in TNA, so that's cool. Some Matt Cardona stuff. I haven't really watched GCW in a while, but that's kind of why I got these. I was watching GCW a lot. That's why I got an Effie one right there. You can barely see the signature, but if you zoom in, it's there. I met Kurt Angle a few years ago. He was a really cool guy. I've met Ultimo Dragon multiple times. Very nice gentleman to talk to, by the way. I got these two because those Samoa Joe and Chris Hero were some of my favorite indie darlings back in the 2000s. And I still like watching them today. Shout out to Nick Gage, MDK, all fucking day. I saw him wrestle in GCW as well. And his tag team partner, Makito. I mostly have the hardcore wrestlers up here. She's a hardcore wrestler. I've got an Abdullah the Butcher action figure right here that I got at a toy show randomly. Look at that. It's from the 90s or something. Rest in peace, Sabu. This is the only signature I got, and I only met him once, unfortunately. And it's not the best signature, but I'm still glad I have it. One of my favorite wrestlers ever. Got a Jushin Thunder Liger when I met him. C.J. Graham, who played Jason Voorhees in Friday the 13th, Part 6. Look at that. He's got a really cool signature, too. Look at that shit. Very nice looking. Other than that, they're my record collection, but we're not going to get into that because they're not in order right now. So I don't want to really embarrass myself. I will show off this other Mick Foley Funko signed. I honestly don't really like Funkos that much. I only have this and I have those two right there, but this signature is really slick. Look at that, some old school Mankind shit. These are all independently made figures, by the way. No WWF stuff here. And before anyone complains that my posters aren't framed, the thing is they're old walls, and so it's hard to like get the sticky stuff with the frames up there without them falling off. So I just used the poster sticky stuff from Walmart and just put some cool stuff up there. One of my favorite autographs ever probably though is right there. Check that one out. Oh yeah. Man, that's two dead wrestlers I've got. I've got Iron Sheik and Sabu up on my wall now. But yeah, this is kind of where I hang out when I want to do some projects or something. Yeah, this is like NUNSLAUGHTER's anthem right here. For those who don't know. Those who do know, you know. You're a fan. As evil conquers good. So that was really the topic I was going to discuss. Was just kind of showing off where I hang out. I don't really have much today, to be honest with you. Other than, yeah, just NUNSLAUGHTER rules. This room I'm in is pretty fucking, I made it rule. At one point I had way too many toys in here and I had to sell them. It was getting out of hand. I was just towers and towers and towers and towers all over this fucking place of like DC superheroes, WWE, random horror movie, NECA action figures, lots of Star Wars. You know, buying them was cool and they looked cool. But I had a weird epiphany about plastic at one point where I was just like, this is just all plastic. It means nothing to me. I don't have any nostalgia for it. I don't have any feeling to it. It's just material. And I don't use it. It just sits there. So I just sold them off. It is what it is. Lesson learned. Some stuff I still keep. Very little though. Like, look at this gnarly ass Ultimo Dragon and Sonny Ono figure I got. And this is the alternative one too. And those are all like collector's editions as well. Like those ones you just saw up on the wall there. But yeah, man. You know, I'm going to keep this one short. You know, it's 9 minutes long. That's not bad. It's for your attention span, right? It's good for your attention span, I'm sure. So yeah, you know. Oh, if you're a fan of NUNSLAUGHTER, leave in the comment, what's your favorite NUNSLAUGHTER album? What's your favorite NUNSLAUGHTER song? And have you ever seen them live? You should tell me about it. All right, I'm gonna head out. Peace out.